Well, if you recall, last Sunday I mentioned that today's talk title, Cherish the Life, was going to be the title of the first Sunday in July, the 4th of July weekend, Independence Day weekend, until it wasn't. And someone asked me, well, what does Cherish the Life have to do with the 4th of July anyway? And I said, just about everything. How we feel about life, how we choose to see life, who we choose to be in life, and what we think and say and do and experience as life from that perspective is the ultimate freedom we have as spiritual beings living a human experience where we get to choose how we're going to experience every moment we're here. That's freedom. That's something to celebrate. The power of our freedom of choice isn't something to remember and celebrate just on the 4th of July. It's a powerful freedom for us to celebrate every day, because it's our choices every day that create our life experiences. As Science of Mind tells us, self-choice, your choice, my choice, individual choice, would have no real meaning unless it were backed by the power to externalize this choice and experience the effect of it. Life as we experience it is our choices made manifest as our life. We can't be stuck where we are because we're free to unstick ourselves through new choices that are less sticky and flow more with the natural flow of life. We are never a victim of circumstances or vulnerable to the world around us, because no one is the boss of us. No one chooses for us unless we allow them to, and that's our choice. Even God lets us choose for ourselves. No one can stop us from focusing on positive thoughts that feel good to think, if that's what we choose to do. In fact, that's exactly what our heart wants us to do. And so we're free to stop blaming and complaining about things we don't like and change our life perspective anytime. That's freedom, and that's a life to cherish. Now, according to the dictionary, cherish means to hold or treat dearly, to feel love for, to care for tenderly, to nurture. To cherish life is to be grateful for our life. It's to appreciate our life moment to moment and to see the value in life by first seeing our value as we live this life. Muji wrote, "The value of life will be determined by the value you place on yourself, which in turn depends on who or what you believe you are." Paradoxically, When you discover yourself as being beyond the name and shape and condition, life shines from the inside like a heavenly diamond. When we choose to cherish the moments of our life as if each one is created by us with the backing of the power of the life source within us, which it is, we realize that every moment is a powerful gift of creation, and that everything in life is sacred and holy and precious, including ourselves. Ever been with someone who got angry around you and it kind of felt like the anger was directed at you until they explained that they weren't mad at you, they were mad at themselves? So often, we beat ourselves up for the choices that we make that externalize as words and actions that we regret. But we could look at that self-choice that's backed by the power to take form and expression however it did, as something to cherish. Because our manifest choices, however they manifest, are evidence. We're spiritual beings, still one with the one that created us. And that we've been given a life filled with freedom of choice. As we've been talking about our perception of ourself and the world, our point of view, our attitude, and what we're aware of in any moment is a reflection of our state of consciousness. And we could say that our state of consciousness is the view our mind had in mind for the moment. What we see externalized in forms and images and expressions around us is the curation of all that we've come to believe is true about ourselves and life coming to life before our very eyes. It's the version of life we've pulled together from our past experiences and gathered from what other people tell us. We may think we clearly see what's going on wherever we are and that it couldn't be any other way but our way. And that's true. But not because there isn't another way to see it. Every moment we experience as life is filtered through the content of our consciousness. It's those filters that we're looking through that cause life to appear to us the way it does. That causes us to see what we see. Our state of consciousness, as we've talked about, creates the world we inhabit. Eckhart Tolle wrote, if you are not taking responsibility for your state of consciousness, you are not taking responsibility for life. When we realize our choices are backed all the time, and not just some of the time, by the power to externalize, we become better choosers. As we make a choice about anything, and then we feel internally how that choice feels, and then we see it externalized, we see the results of that choice, We realize our power to create our own version of the world we individually inhabit. And that's power to be used wisely. It's important for us to realize the power our thinking and choosing has to affect our life experience, because that's all there is ever to the life we experience. Now, even though we share this world with everyone in it, no one sees life exactly the same way we do. I mean, others may feel our pain, but no one feels it like we do. We are free. Not just in 2023, but that's a good place to start, but every moment of every day. We're here in this three-dimensional realm until we're not. Abraham Hicks tells us the only freedom that exists in all the universe, and it is everything, is in the knowledge that we create our own reality and that we can feel the way we choose to feel. And not one of us chooses to feel bad or sad or even angry. But we're not always willing to change the thinking that causes us not to feel good. To say yes to our joy often requires that we say no to those things that we don't enjoy. I mean, from an early age and into this age, most of us learn that we need to do what's expected of us by those who expect it. Our parents and our teachers as we were growing up, our family, our friends, and society, even now. Whether what's expected of us brings us joy as we do it or not, whether we do it well or not, whether we do it right or not. We've learned to judge our worthiness by our accomplishing what's expected of us in this life. But all that's truly expected of us from the source of life that created us is for us to live a life of joyous freedom in whatever way we choose. And that's a life to cherish. Our willingness to allow the good we want into our life is affected by our feelings of worthiness and deservability. And though the word deservability is not a word according to the dictionary, what we believe we deserve affects everything we allow ourselves to experience. Our joy, love, healing, prosperity, peace, and happy activities, and the freedom to say no as well as yes. We can't experience a life we cherish without first cherishing ourselves in it. Deepak Chopra wrote, "You alone are the judge of your worth, and your goal is to discover infinite worth in yourself, no matter what anyone else thinks." The value of life for us is determined by the value of what we place on ourselves, the value we feel for ourselves And that's going to depend on who and what we believe we are right now. I mean, we're free, absolutely free to settle for a life of vulnerability. And even if we don't cherish the feeling, we may believe it's all we deserve. But we're also free to decide to live this human experience as a powerful spiritual being. And that decision is backed by the whole universe. Muji wrote, "You are a gift from God being unwrapped. Don't identify with the paper." We can discover for ourselves the living being we are, beyond the name, beyond the shape, and beyond the condition of our human form. If we can get over the wrapping of simply being human, we'll naturally rise in spiritual self-awareness. We'll find that we no longer need to prove this and that to anyone. That our self-value is no longer affected by the opinions of others. We're no longer interested in getting anyone's approval before we decide to be our true self by being true to ourselves. When we decide to live as a spiritual being because that's what we want to do, we open the floodgates of good in all the ways we believe good is into our life experience. We're able to let go of all the stuff we've taken in from the world, stuff that we mistook for the gospel about who we are and what life is, when all it was and still is. It's just stuff we humans made up and keep making up because we don't realize how absolutely cherished we are the way we are. We can decide right now, and no one can stop us, to follow the guidance of our inner being, of our soul, of the source of life within us that cherishes us no matter what we do. Our inner being always offers a life perspective that leads us to our greatest joy every time. When we follow that leader, our good comes to us without effort, without struggle, and without worry. And our attitude about ourself and life, and even what we're aware of as ourself in life, is transformed into a journey we can cherish every step of the way. Abraham Hicks tells us, "Let the universe show you that you are known, that you are loved, that you are blessed, and that you are being supported by the pure, positive source energy that creates worlds. When we cherish the life that is always cherishing us, our life shines from the inside like a heavenly diamond, and it lights up the world we inhabit. Namaste. Okie dokie. Well, I'll just say thank you again for being here. Thank you for your love and your support and your own spiritual journey that you've awakened to and desire to move upon. Thank you for being present right now, for being present live stream, for all your support in every way that you support us. And thank you, not most of all, but thank you for your financial support, because it is that will keep us going. It is you that keeps us going, but it is the financial support that enables us to do it. And so, if you don't know just how to do that, or you've just been waiting to be moved by the moment, then let this moment move you. And if you're wondering how to do it because you're feeling like you want to do it, then our treasurer, Dr. Jamie Phillips, is here to tell you how.
Whew, baby. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling here.
Yes.
Ways that you can serve the Life Enrichment Center through your donations are through Facebook, facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center, and hit the donate button. Through our website, lecflint.com, and there's a donate button on that site. Through PayPal, our email address is lec2512@gmail.com, so you can donate through PayPal. You can send a check, and here's our mailing address, Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321-294, Flint, Michigan, 48532. And in the sanctuary, that was pretty good, eh? In the sanctuary, oh yeah, bring it. In the sanctuary, we're going to be taking an offertory while we listen to Marcia Allen, Nick Calandro, and Pat Cronley singing I Am Blessed. Thank you.